What is going on, everybody? It's Brett. I'm back for the first time in a long time. So this video is going to be an update slash my list for just going over the first quarter, since I really haven't done anything for this entire quarter of the year because a lot has happened. The first life update for anyone who gives even the slightest, care at all. Not, no sympathy begging or anything, but the very end of January, I lost one of my best friends to suicide. And, so that was one thing that put me in this kind of, not wanting to make any videos and not really being in the mood. And so, yeah, that happened, which sucks to no end. Which I'm not really going to go into, but, whatever. Then I broke up with my girlfriend of 3 years, which also sucks. But I mean, I was the one who did it, but it still sucks, in general. So yeah, the past 2 months have definitely been rough. I've made friends, I've come closer with my friends and everything, but everything that has happened has been a pain in the ass, nonetheless. So yeah. But one thing, before I get ahead of myself, that's just what's been happening with me over the past 2 months. It was January 31st that my friend died. And I wear him, picture of us around my neck every day on this necklace that I have. In my jazz band, we play a song for him. We remember him every day, so everything's good. Everything's gonna be good with that. But that's just, those two things pretty much are the reason that I didn't make any videos, haven't been up to reviews, haven't been up to talking about much. Just been trying to get myself in a mental capacity that I'm good with. But hasn't all been bad. I went to 4 concerts since my friend has passed away. So that's been cool. I went to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers a couple weeks after, which was awesome. They put on an amazing show. I went to see Attila with Cane Hill and Bad Omens, which was an awesome show. I'm an Attila fan. I'm not a huge Attila fan, but I do like the stuff that they play live. They do great at put on a live show. And Cane Hill was like one of the best live bands I've ever seen too. And Bad Omens is pretty sick. Then I saw Green Day, which I happen to have the ticket for here, and some of the confetti they shot out. Green Day with my friend and my dad, and we had a great time. They're my favorite band, and they put on like the best live show ever. That was a great show. I had an endless amount of fun there. And just a few days ago, I went to the Killthrax tour with the Devil Wears Prada, Josta, Kill, Switch Engage, and Anthrax, which was insanely cool. I did get a pic from Scott Ian. It's hard to tell, but this is a pic from Scott Ian. Whatever. And, that was great. I got a mosh with a bunch of old dudes who love Anthrax, and almost beat the hell out of a guy for being an asshole. But all that aside, I'm here to really talk about all the shit I've been listening to for the past 3 months. This quarter's been incredible. The first quarter usually is not all that exciting, but I've had some incredible albums come out that I've loved. So I'm just gonna read them all off. I have about 50. I have 50, but I'm not gonna talk about them all, really. First of all, I want to go over these 3. Falls of Roars, Dodecahedron, and Fen with their new albums. They're all just like these 3 black metal bands, and knowing my history with black metal, I'm not sure they're gonna place. I haven't really listened to them much yet, but I don't know if they're gonna place anywhere like that matter. So if they do, I'll update you. But anyway, starting with the worst album I listened to this entire year so far, 6 Feet Under with their new album Torment. God, that was the worst. That was an experience. At first, I was kind of into it, those singles, but then I just listened. Listening to the entire album all the way through is like absolute hell. Um, Chris Barnes just needs to stop singing. That's all. Just stop. And then a close second to that is the new Code Orange album, which was just an abomination for music. I think. Sorry, like I'm not into Code Orange at all. Like they had that Bleeding in the Blur was the one good song, which was like the outlier. Their like female member sang on that, and it was a great song, but the rest was just like this weird deathcore, hardcore like garbage. Then another close second, AFI with their new album was pretty garbage. Then we have like the Met albums. The new Starset album was alright. The new J. Cole album was pretty bad, I guess. It was meh. The new Obituary was like whatever. Sepultura was not bad. It had a couple good songs. Betraying the Martyrs, average as usual. Boris the Blade, Deathcore Outfit, pretty meh besides the CJ McMahon. CJ McMahon feature. Iron Reagan was really underwhelming. The new Rude album was underwhelming. I don't even know why that's on there. The new Drake album was really underwhelming. Way too freaking long. Within the Ruins, underwhelming. Pallbearer, absolute disappointment. That's going to make my disappointments of the year because that album was hyped so much. And it just was really bad. Not bad, sorry, that was terrible. The first two songs were really cool, and then the rest was like way too long and boring and droning for me. Jamiroquai, also really disappointing. I really liked the lead single, Automaton, and then the rest was like, meh. Amir was, this is where it kind of gets like to the good stuff that I really enjoyed. Amir was really cool. Very surprised that I enjoyed that album. Frankie's vocals are really cool. Like that a lot. Dry Jacket for Posterity was a cool album. I don't really know if I'll come back to it, but it was cool. We have Waster with Red Green or In Between. Waster, basically Neck Deep clone, not bad stuff at all. I'm excited to see what they'll do in the future. And Suicide Silence, something I didn't forget about them. No, they're not the bottom of my list. Yes, I really did enjoy that album a lot. Definitely not my favorite. Definitely might not come back to it very often, but it's not an abomination, so y'all are stupid. Villain of the Story, Wrapped in Vines, Covered in Thorns, some kind of Stay Sick Records band that I thought was pretty good. Galactic Empire with their self-titled album, cool Star Wars metal covers. Check it out, it's cool. North Lane with Mesmer, it was underwhelming, but it was still really enjoyable, so I'd put it up there. Overkill with the Grinding Wheel, though this was a great album. I may not come back to it very often again, but it has some great, like, Mean Green Killing Machine is a really cool song. Wolfheart with Tigis, this melodic death metal stuff from this guy who's done a bajillion kinds of these. I don't even know, I just found it and it was really cool. I liked listening to it. We have Beheaded with Beast Incarnate. Beheaded with Beast Incarnate, brutal death, good stuff. A Virgin's Crown with Xenocide, Alien Core, it's holding me over until Rings of Saturn comes out. The Drip, Haunting Fear of Inevitability. Really great like grind death stuff, which I was surprised I was into because I do not like grind really at all. Injury Reserve with Floss, this is the hip-hop record that just blew me away, especially because they're like this new act and they've got these cool vocals going on, 3 of them. It was just really fun album. Definitely check it out. Immolation with Atonement, just great classic band coming back with a really strong album. Really enjoyed the vocals. That album's really punishing. Born of Osiris, The Eternal Reign. I really am not a huge fan of Born of Osiris, but this new thing, I mean, I obviously know it's like their best work from earlier and they re-recorded it and everything. And it's just really good. Just really good stuff. Power Trip, Nightmare Logic. This album was heavy and it was really cool. I really like that. I don't have much to say about it. It's just really fun to listen to all the way through. Remo Drive with Greatest Hits. Now this is where it gets good. Remo Drive, not a Greatest Hits album, just the name of the album. Remo Drive are like a grungy, alternative punk band who, this is their debut album, and it is really good. Like, I recommend this a lot. We have Benighted, Necrobreed, again, another grindy album that I just am really surprised I'm into. So good. Like, the vocals are insane. Like, Psycho Silencer is like one of the best songs I've heard this year. Sorority Noise with You're Not As Blank As You Think. Really connected with this album after a few listens just because of all that's been going on. If you know the lyrical concepts, I was like, can relate. We have Junius with The Eternal Rituals for the Accretion of Light. Really, really cool melodies on this album. A lot of cool choruses, a lot of cool, especially instrumental melodies with this. It's a progressive metal rock album. Very much into this. Gonna have to come back to that again. Can't Swim, Fail You Again, another alternative grungy punky band with their debut album. Just really good, catchy, fun stuff. Can't recommend that enough. I am $5 million, some kind of song like that. There's a lot of good stuff. Stranger, really great song. So-En with Lycaea, another great progressive metal album. If you're a fan of Tool and Opeth, check this out. That's all I have to say. It's like they had a baby. I walked outside at night a lot listening to this and just blasting it, and it was cool. Good album, great album, amazing. Creator, these are my top 10. Creator, Gods of Violence, just top tier thrash, just wonderful. The Germans know how to thrash, man. Creeper with Eternity in Your Arms. Wasn't too into it at first, but after more listens, it just really grew on me. Like, they are going places. I'm so excited to see them on Warped Tour this year. Warped Tour happened, announcements. Meant to talk about that, but again, I was just waiting. I might talk about it eventually. We have Warbringer with Woe to the Vanquished. Just a great thrash album. So much fun to listen to. The lyrics are really cool. It's just aggressive stuff that it just made me happy to listen to, man. Body Count with Bloodlust. I listened to this the other day, and after the first listen, I knew this was just up there. Like, I don't even, you would have told me a year ago I would have been loving a Body Count album, I would have told you you're crazy. But like, Ice-T's vocals are really cool. The instrumentals especially are just great, and it's just angry music that just makes you want to just be angry, and I love it. I love this stuff. Havoc with Conformicide. I absolutely adore the vocals on this album, and the riffs don't stop coming. Yeah, I can't believe I just said that, but just stellar release from Havoc. New thrash band. The Menzingers, After the Party, which is just this pop punky band. Wow. This album is catchy, and I was listening to it around the time, like right after the time where I was having all this emotions in my head, and it's a happy album sound. It has happy sounding at least, and it just, feel good. Made me feel good. Really connected with that stuff. Zeal and Ardor. Now this is kind of an exception because technically this album was released last year, but it was re-released with like a record label and everything this year, so I'm gonna count it. Zeal and Ardor, Devil Is Fine is an album that is a black metal mixed with like old slave soul music, just incredible stuff, just absolutely moving, and the vocals are insane. This guy can scream somehow and sing this like soulful, check it out. Top 3. Run the Jewels 3, which I listened to like for 2 weeks straight. I don't even know where to begin with this album. It is one of my favorite rap albums of all time now. And, LP and Killer Mike, just absolutely amazing performance. Absolutely amazing performances on this album. Can't even give it enough praise. It was up there at my top for a while. But, number 2, Mastodon with Emperor of Sand, which just came out. I love this album. It just makes me feel good. Just the melodies, the riffs, I've never been a huge Mastodon fan. I know I would be if I checked them out more, but like, Leviathan's such a wonderful album. And then I got to Emperor of Sand all the way up here, and wow. So especially those like first 4 or 5 songs are just mind blowing, dude. If you don't like this new album, I don't like you. Just kidding. But number 1, Fit for an Autopsy with The Great Collapse. Fit for an Autopsy. And the band I never thought I'd love so much. With just a stellar album. Really political. Black Mammoth is maybe my favorite song of this year so far. It's just moved me so hard. So yeah. I know, I wish I could go into more detail. This is all spur of the moment. I'm not really thinking about what I'm saying here. I'm just, you know, just spitting out words because I want to get something out there. So that was my first quarter of the year. If it was this good, I'm excited to see what's coming next. So far, second quarters now. We're first Friday in. I have 3 albums. Falling in Reverse with Coming Home, which I'm gonna already say is pretty decent. I like some of the songs, but I honestly prefer Just Like You way more. Royal Thunder with Wick, which they're this cool alternative grungy band with this female singer, and they're really good, so I'm excited to check out that. And then the new main album, which I wasn't gonna be into, but today I looked it up and it's getting really good reviews, so I thought I'd check it out anyway. And then lined up, we have For the Win, Enterprise Earth, While She Sleeps, Ghost Bath, Newfound Glory, All That Remains, Gorillaz, Motionless in White, Kingdom of Giants, Slaughter to Prevail, Gideon, Linkin Park, Blink-182, Dragon Force, All Time Low, Being as an Ocean, Nickelback, because their new single is wonderful, Volumes, and The Acacia Strain. And that takes us to January 30th, and I know there will be more announced eventually, but that's all I've got for now. This has been my video for the first quarter of the year. Again, I'll get back to you on those 3 black metal albums. I'm sure they won't place enough to be mentioned really anyway, but thank you for watching. You can follow me. I'm going to put links to my socials. I'm on Instagram and Twitter, and Cymbal are the 3 that I really care about. So yeah, I'll put links there. Follow me. Cymbal's cool, I share my music. Twitter's cool, I share my thoughts. Instagram's cool, I share my life if you just want to know how I live. Thank you for watching. I'm back. I'm better than ever. Not really, but I'm gonna be. Thank you.